They said she was leaving. Europe was calling, the money was real, and the timing felt perfect. But right when the plane was supposed to take off, something strange happened. Suddenly, everyone started whispering the same name. Not the rookie, the MVP. And that's when this stopped being about a contract and became a battle over who really runs the W. The rumor hit like a buzzer beater.
Want a greater profile? Don't y'all want more notoriety? Don't y'all...
European clubs circling Caitlin Clark with an offer big enough to shake the WNBA. Fans split, chase the bag, or stay and finish the story. Then the twist. Reports claim Aja Wilson wasn't just watching, she was in the middle of it. Some fans believe she nudged momentum to keep Clark stateside, turning a business move into a headline war. Whether that was about the league, the spotlight, or legacy depends on which jersey you wear. But that was just the opening shot. This didn't start in a Euro boardroom. It started when Clark's name lit the W like a billboard. Viewership spiked, tickets moved, clips went viral. Aja was already great, hardware stacked. But suddenly the conversation wasn't about dominance, it was about draw. Some players reminded the world the league existed before Clark, that the grind was always there, and that attention isn't the same as respect. Meanwhile, every time Clark touched the ball, the numbers jumped. Tension turned personal. Not everyone was cheering for the new face. Some were bracing for what it meant. The Nike chatter poured gasoline on it.
Players in the WNBA just can't seem to understand is you get what you put in, and right now you are getting exactly what you deserve.
According to rumors, there was friction over signatures and rollout timing. Who gets their shoe? Who gets the billboard? Who gets called the next? Nike doesn't just hand out sneakers, they christen eras. If you believe the whispers, Aja wanted her moment cemented first. Clark's rise threatened to reorder the line. Was it jealousy or business? Depends on the angle. Fans had begged for signatures for years. Suddenly, multiple names are in the pipeline with limited windows. That's not just marketing, it's hierarchy. And hierarchy is where rivalries live. The invisible scoreboard is attention, TV, streams, mentions, conversion. On that scoreboard, Clark blew out the field. When she sat, ratings sagged. When she played, neutrals tuned in. That didn't erase Aja's game. It just moved the spotlight.
Aja Wilson was a more dominating player and deserved to be the MVP, and unanimous.
Teams want sellouts. Networks want clicks. Sponsors want a story. Clark delivered all three. Meanwhile, Aja kept stacking 25 and 12, and the conversation drifted. Metrics crowned a new draw, and metrics don't care about tenure. But the court still has a say. On the floor, it got chippy. Clark became the most targeted player, the most bumped, the most stared down. Some of that is rookie treatment, some is strategy. And some, fans believe, is resentment disguised as playoff physical. She plays with an edge that invites contact, but every hit made the story bigger. Whether you want her to fail or dominate, you're watching. That creates pressure for stars who used to anchor the conversation alone. When the soundtrack changes, everyone learns a new rhythm. When whispers about Europe got serious, two truths clashed.
Amazing in and of herself. She's an incredible basketball player. I think I can say that she's great, and I can say that there are 143 women that helped get the league to this place that she could take it over the top, and it's okay. Like, that's not an affront to anybody.
European money is real, but the W is in a growth spurt, and losing its biggest magnet mid-ascension is a risk. If you're Aja, the MVP title winner, face of a dynasty, your voice carries weight. Reports claim she supported keeping Clark in the W. Some call it gatekeeping. Others call it strategy. The league needs its main character on its main stage. If Aja helped make that happen, that's either vision or self-preservation. Either way, the message was clear. The spotlight belongs here. There's a reason older stars talk about the work. Aja's resume didn't happen by accident. And yet the moment Clark arrived, the oxygen shifted. That stings. So when Aja mentions privilege or media favorites, some hear bitterness, others hear balance. Both can be true. Fans believe she's fighting not just Clark's rise, but the idea that attention equals value. But if attention pays the bills, attention changes the league. Private flights didn't appear out of thin air. Bigger payroll projections didn't either. Clark's gravity accelerated that. Even critics admit the benefits are real. That's where the rivalry gets complicated. Imagine knowing the person you're compared to made your travel better, your exposure bigger, your money higher, while cutting into your spotlight. That's a tug of war with no polite ending. For Aja, keep winning and hope the narrative bends back. For Clark, survive the heat and turn hype into banners. The Europe decision becomes a message. Stay and face the pressure cooker. Go and grab the bag. Fans think Aja wanted that timing to favor the league's growth curve. And yes, her reign. If that's true, it's not villain behavior. It's dynastic behavior. Signature shoes expose a truth players don't always say out loud. Shoes are legacy. A brand can bless both, but order and narrative matter. Rumors suggest debates about sequence and spotlight. Some accused Aja of trying to delay Clark. Others said she was protecting what she earned. The league can grow two empires at once, but not with one commercial. That tight squeeze turns neighbors into rivals. Somewhere in that squeeze,
Valuable, most important person in the WNBA this year, and should have been unanimous Rookie of the
Europe looked like an escape hatch. Then the hatch got sealed. Did Aja block anything? There's no concrete proof, just smoke and speculation. But smoke follows heat, and this rivalry is boiling. If Aja pushed to keep the headline act home, that matches what she said. Grow the league, own your stage. If Clark flirted with overseas leverage to maximize value, that matches her playbook since Iowa. Bet on herself. That's competition at the top, where money and narrative collide and people pick sides fast. For months, critics said Clark was all sizzle. That tune changed as her game chased the hype. Reads sharper, range deeper, assists becoming a fence for everyone. The physicality,
MVP, which by the way is the first unanimous MVP in the NBA or the WNBA to ever not make the finals, which is something else. Fans are they're gonna share that. It does not mean that we are misogynistic or we're just hating on Asia. No, it's just this is what happens when a team.
she started weaponizing it, absorbing, finishing, baiting, then burning teams on the other end. Meanwhile, Aja stayed Aja, bully on the block, face-up bucket, defensive anchor, fourth quarter engine. One is the league's heartbeat, the other is its megaphone. Together, the room might finally be big enough, if they let it be. Fans weren't asking for either or. They were asking for both and. Grow the game and honor the grind. Celebrate the new and respect the established. The attention economy doesn't do nuance. It picks a cover star. Aja wants the cover earned by production and longevity. Clark is rewriting the rules. New money, new eyes, new norms. That's disruptive, and disruption rarely feels gentle. So when Europe entered the chat, the league had to choose expansion or consolidation. Sometimes the smartest move is keeping the main character in your own movie.
So need to, I don't know if an apology is warranted to Caitlin Clark or they just need to, in general, do.
If Aja advocated for that, it might be strategy, not jealousy. Motives will always be questioned. That's how rivalries live. Let's talk legacy. Aja's is bulletproof to hoop heads, MVPs, championships, culture leader. Clark's is being drafted in real time. Ratings records, commerce shockwaves, a style that hooked casuals. One reads like a resume, the other like a headline. In 10 years, the question is, which turns into a dynasty? If Clark turns buzz into banners, the conversation changes. If Aja keeps stacking rings while the numbers favor someone else, the league learns it can hold two truths. The best player and the biggest draw might not be the same person. Players talk, flights, salaries, endorsements. Since Clark arrived, pain points got addressed. Private charters became real, investment climbed, media slots expanded. Not all because of one rookie, but her presence accelerated the timeline. That helped everyone, Aja included. So when frustration spills out, it looks contradictory. Emotion doesn't care about spreadsheets. It cares about credit and status. The court keeps receipts, and the receipts say this: pressure reveals hierarchy. If Clark had gone to Europe, fans believe it would have triggered two shockwaves: copycats testing the market, and momentum loss as casual attention drifted. If Aja used her influence to steady that ship, some call it self-serving, others leadership. The bigger picture? The W is finally negotiating from strength. Every decision, every shoe, every commercial, every overseas flirtation turns into leverage. Neither of these two plays calm. They play to win. You could feel it in pressers, side comments about who was here first, reminders that not all attention is positive. Those are arguments in a case, for respect, for context, for control. Aja's message, don't confuse hype with hierarchy. Clark's unspoken response, "Watch me make them the same thing." That's not a tantrum, it's a thesis war. And the Euro saga was a footnote in a bigger study. What decides power, performance, popularity, or a player who can bridge both? Strip away the noise, and you're left with two competitors who want the same things: bigger checks, better treatment, sold-out buildings, kids wearing their numbers. They disagree on the path. Aja trusts foundation and proof. Clark trusts velocity. Both can work. But when they collide, sparks fly. If the rumors are right and Aja helped keep Clark from bolting, she did it to force the story to play out where it matters, here. If the rumors are wrong, the fact they're believable says everything about how hot this rivalry is. Heat draws cameras. Cameras draw money. Money changes leagues. Whether they like it or not, they're partners in the same explosion. So what's next? If Clark stays, the pressure ratchets up. The fouls get harder. The numbers keep climbing. If Aja keeps winning, the gap between best player and biggest star becomes a debate you can't ignore. Sponsors will pick angles. Networks will pick schedules. Fans will pick villains and heroes. Every time they share a court, it'll feel like a title fight, even on a Wednesday. That's how rivalries rewrite calendars. That's how eras start. Pressure is a privilege. Clark lives that every game. Aja earned it long before this chapter. Maybe Aja didn't block anything. Maybe Clark never planned to leave. Rivalries, eras, pressure, privilege. Clark, every game earned. Aja, block, chapter. Clark never planned leave. But look at what the smoke revealed. A league where one player's draw moves markets. Another's dominance defines dynasties. And the fight to own the moment is as fierce as anything in the paint. This isn't jealousy versus destiny. It's sharper. It's a rivalry with stakes big enough to bend the sport. Europe can wait. The cameras aren't leaving. Caitlin Clark is the spark. Aja Wilson is the standard. And the league only gets bigger when both are undeniable.